All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at one of the latest Playmobil Recycling Truck sets. Although to me this looks more like just a traditional kind of trash pickup truck, in spite of the use of the recycling logos on the bins and the side of the truck itself. Really quickly, the two bins include a residential sized one, which just opens up on the top, and more of a business commercial size one, and this one has a sliding top that kind of rotates around. Has plenty of space in there, but they don't give you any garbage to go with this or anything to go in there. So I'm just going to use a small handful of the fake coal that Playmobil makes available to use with their trucks. And I'll just put a little bit in each so I can demonstrate how these work. You see, the back of the truck looks pretty flat and plain, but that's hiding really a bunch of stuff that's able to move around. Let me first demonstrate with this residential style of garbage can. Open up the top of that, and this clip right here will hold on to this protrusion on one side. So you can push the can directly in there, get it connected in, just get it to snap. Come on, there we go. And then just turn this lever over here on the side, and this makes everything go up. And you see the green flap here, you can just push it in, but it's also being pushed in by an internal mechanism. Leaves a little bit of space there, and you can end up dumping all of this. Now, it doesn't go up very far. If you look at this from the side, the angle there, see, isn't that high. So you kind of have to give it a little extra nudge if anything gets stuck in there. But it does work. It does work properly. And with the larger bin here, this one, again, you just open up the top before actually connecting it up to the truck, and it uses the exact same connection point, even though it's a very different size. This one's actually easier to put in because it kind of lines itself up automatically. And there we go. Once again, open this up, and it's going to dump in. And again, because of that kind of shallow angle, you might want to just do this a few times, make sure that everything gets emptied, and there we go. That has done what it's supposed to do. You can move this out of the way, and the truck is ready to drive off. Now, when the truck itself is full, or you've completed your run for the day, you can take it out to the place where it's going to dump off all the refuse that it has gotten. The back is able to open up to allow stuff to be dumped out from it. That's able to hold itself in place just like that, so you don't need to hold it open. And then the entire back, of course, is able to rotate back and spill all that stuff out. Once again, a little bit limited with the angle, so a little bit of stuff may get caught in there. You have to kind of do like this. There, just a little bit more came out just now. So that's how it works. That's how everything works with this. It works pretty well. I just wish that everything could move just a little bit further, so that the dumping actions and the loading unloading actions would be a little bit more seamless. Now, this truck does have a trailer hitch on it. It's just a standard style of truck chassis that they usually do, but that doesn't work very well because the door, this lifting gate, I guess, is going to kind of get in the way. You can get your figures to hold on to these handholds on the side, so one can be on the back like this and can just ride along to help with loading up the bins as the other figure is in the the driver's seat. And also with these, the figures can be hooked up to the back. Sorry, that took me a second to get it lined up a little bit, but you can just put a single hand on there. The other hand is not going to quite line up quite right, but you can have a figure kind of moving this along on the ground, so you can interact with these. And similarly, with the larger one, you can just hold on to this handle here. So if you need to roll it up, if it's not in the right spot, you need to roll it up to where it needs to go, then you can do that. Again, interacting with the figures, and each of these has wheels on the bottom. They don't roll very well, but I think they get the idea across, and the thing moves just fine, even if the wheels do kind of get stuck. The cab section of this truck is the same as on the last truck that I just recently reviewed, and my feelings about it remain the same. It feels very plain to me, especially on the side, but The texture on the front with the grill and the inclusion of these stickers, I think really help out with its look. So from the front, looking pretty good to me. From the sides, just a little bit plain. Also, the access issue remains of getting inside of there. Lift off the section of the roof to put a figure in there or something, but it's a little bit limited. You know, it doesn't give you a whole lot of space to move around, especially on the side that's closest to wherever you're putting the figure in. You may need to put a finger in from the side window to help kind of line up the legs to get them to go in, but then you get the person settled in, and it has space as usual for just 2 figures in the front, you know, a driver and a passenger. It's got the fire extinguisher in there, and there's also a spot for a radio or walkie-talkie to be placed in kind of the center console there, and that holds on to that very nicely and conveniently. Here's a closer look at the 2 figures included in the set, and these use identical legs and also torsos, so the undershirts that they're wearing are the same. They change out the jacket, not just the color, but also the design between the 2 of them, with the high visibility one on the left. I guess you would expect the guy on the right to be the driver in this case, because you want the person with the high visibility vest to be out there on the street. You know, you want to have the maximum safety, you know, for other drivers and other pedestrians even, you know, just folks generally on the road. And of course they change out the hair pieces between these and also the hats. Those are removable, of course. Go ahead and take those off real quick, just so you can see what they look like in their most natural states. And there you go. That's all that's included with this set. As a kid, I had a garbage truck roughly this size and that did similar things. It wasn't Playmobil though, but I do remember absolutely loving that thing, and I would make anything into garbage, and not just use it for kind of pretend garbage pickups, but also for moving other kinds of materials around. I really do see this as a garbage truck more than a recycling truck. I think that modern recycling trucks frequently have multiple different containers and do a little bit of pre-sorting, so not everything goes into just one space. But I understand that Playmobil is really trying to push recycling and to make kids think about recycling more and more, as it's really important to do in the world. But that's it for my thoughts about this set. Now it's your turn to share what you think. Share your thoughts in a comment down below. I appreciate your feedback, and other viewers appreciate seeing it as well. Thank you so much. I will talk to you again very soon.